Hello, this is Dale Caffey reporting with more of the great things happening in the Waco Independent School District. I am proud to be on the campus of Tennyson Middle School. That's the home of the Atlas Academy, a school specifically designed for gifted and talented middle school age students. And I'm in the English Language Arts class of Tammy Cunningham. And you have a special thing going on right now because you have mini courses at this campus. First of all, describe and tell our audience what a mini course is.
A mini course is an elective course in which students have the option to choose various types of interests that they would like to take throughout the year. And it varies every 6 weeks.
Now, the one we're going to talk about, though, is called Bridges, right?
Yes, sir.
And Bridges is something that every sixth grader at Atlas has to take before the year is out. Is that right?
That's correct. They will take it their very first 6 weeks.
And it's important because Bridges teaches them a lot of things. Talk about some of the things that you tried to teach them. I know that you taught goal setting, but let's talk about big picture, including that.
Absolutely. Bridges was designed to help bridge the gap between elementary and middle school. There is a huge adjustment for students and even the parents adjusting to the differences in elementary and middle school. So the various topics that we taught during Bridge class ranged from organization, how to stay organized, bullying, what to do, how to deal with it, and how to prevent it, study skills, and collaboration, as well as goal setting.
Goal setting and all of that stuff is so important to these students, especially at this age.
It is.
Okay, you had them specifically setting goals for this school year, short-term goals and long-term goals.
Correct.
And some of these students never knew what goal setting was all about.
They didn't, but once we talked about the importance of goals and what it stood for and how it sets a purpose for them in their path of life, they really got into it and had some amazing goals that I was shocked to see.
Very good. You also used an acronym called SMART.
Correct.
When you told them to set the goals. Talk about what SMART stands for.
SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. It has to be specific, answering the 5 questions: who, what, when, where, and why. It also has to be measurable. Can you measure it? If you're going to say I want to make great grades, then you need to tell me specifically are your great grades? How can you measure that? Is it achievable? Is it something that you know that you can achieve, or is it something that is so far out there that it's almost setting yourself up to fail?
Right.
But we don't want to do that. And then, is it relevant to you? And you have to put a time limit on it. Whether or not it's in a year or 6 months, you have to set a time for yourself to achieve that goal.
Very good. We're going to break away from our interview right now because we had a chance to talk to some of the students about their goals. Let's listen to what they had to say. Kiana Redrick, we're going to talk about goal setting. You were asked to set some goals for this school year, some short-term goals, and some long-term goals. First of all, tell me about this school year's goals.
Well, I'm like a really friendly person, so I would like to be friends with every 6th grader and actually know them.
Very good. So making friends is a goal for this year. How about short-term?
Well, it would get like to play with my brother because he's like a little younger than me, and so he's very active, and we don't really play with them that much.
Very good. Well, you have attainable goals for this school year and the short term. How about long term? What's the goals?
I want to be a lawyer and go to college.
And go to college? Of course you need to go to college to be a lawyer. Why do you want to be a lawyer?
Because that's something my parents never got to do when they were younger.
Very good. I also saw on your goal setting, saving an animal.
Yeah, I actually want to rescue a dog or something and just keep it because it's nice to help others or other things.
Sounds like you need to go out to Fuzzy Friends.
Yeah.
This is Christopher Ramsey. Christopher, tell me about your goals for this school year.
Well, I want to get to 6th grade to make sure my grades are still A-okay. Because last year I wasn't doing so well with my grades, but now that I'm here in Atlas, I want to make sure that I get better at school.
Great. And then short-term goals, you were asked to set those too. What goal did you set that stands out?
I want to show a lot of people my artwork, and let's see. I do want to get better at the stuff that I was failing at last year, like math and reading. And I also want to just have a good school year.
Very good. Now, in the long term, though, that's the biggies. Talk about what you want to do.
Well, I'm writing a story right now, just a little story I'm going to self-publish on the internet. It's about a young man, and he just goes he goes through like a bunch of trials in his life that are really strange, and he has some sort of special power. So everyone comes to hunt him down and make sure that bring him back so they could experiment on him and stuff like that.
Wow, it sounds to me like you like writing too. You want to be a writer someday?
I love to write, I like to draw, and I love to read. So all the books that I've read in the few years that I've lived, I want to make stories just as good as those authors.
You feel like the goal setting class is really helping you? Very good. Thank you. Taylor Felton, tell me about this goal setting class and what you enjoyed most about being with Miss Cunningham.
I like decorating it because I love colors and decorating stuff, crafts.
Very good. How about setting the goals? Was that something that's going to be valuable to you?
Yes.
Talk to me about your short-term goal, one of the favorite ones.
Well, I want to learn to like mustard because anytime that I eat mustard, it makes me want to throw up.
So you want to learn to eat mustard as a goal. That's quite a goal. I also read that you want to learn how to do a back handspring. Now, I can't do one of those. Why do you want to learn how to do that?
Well, yeah, everybody can do it, and I've been working on it for a long time, and I finally want to be able to do it. I'm really close to getting it, though.
Close to getting it because you are a cheerleader?
Yes.
Very good. You love cheers, and you want to do a back handspring. In the long term, tell me about your long-term goals.
I want to be a neonatal nurse and graduate college.
Those sound like some great goals. Did you think the goal-setting class is going to help you throughout the year?
Yes.
Very good. Have a great year, Taylor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Sanaya Taylor. Talk to me about goal setting. What did you enjoy most about this class?
I enjoyed, of course, doing my goal board, and I also like learning how to set goals. And like, I didn't know before that there was long-term goals and short-term goals, so that's one thing I learned.
You were asked to set goals for this school year. Tell me one of the goals that stands out.
I want to be a straight A student this year because I've been a straight A student for 2 years now. So I want to make it 3 years.
Hey, 3 years in a row. I know you're well on the way probably. Short-term goal.
My short-term goal is to spend time with my sister more because we fight a lot. So
You want to spend some good quality fun time, right?
yes.
Not fighting time.
No.
And long-term, what is your long-term goal that really sets out? I believe I saw that you really want to go to Broadway.
I want to go to Broadway and be a dancer, actor, and model because I want to become famous, and plus I like to do dance.
Wow. Congratulations on setting your goals, and I wish you all the best in reaching all of them.
Thank you.
Mark Tekarat, tell me some of your goals for this school year.
One of them is getting all A's by the end of the semester in all my classes. Another one is doing homework faster in math class. Listening to instructions more carefully when it comes to school. Staying on task during class times. Being careful to hear all dates of when projects are due.
Wow. You really thought about those goals. You want to be a great student this year, right?
Yes, I do.
Are you off to a great start this year?
I believe so.
Short term, name me one short-term goal that you have down there that really is important to you and why.
Studying harder during note-taking time and helping my sister more with History Fair project.
All right. History fair is important too. Long-term goals. Tell me two of them that stand out to you.
Getting a phone when I'm in 7th to 8th grade. Getting married. Having a nice car when I'm 40. And having a few children.
Very good. Well, don't get married too early, okay? When do you plan to get married?
Probably when I'm like 25 through 27.
That's great. Best of luck on reaching all your goals. This is Abigail Zimmerman. Tell me about your goals for this school year.
Well, one of them was to make 20 new friends and then to run a mile in 7 minutes and read a book or a play by Shakespeare and get all A's throughout the year on my report cards.
Wow, I'm very impressed about the 7-minute mile. That's not very easy.
No, but we do Mile Monday every Monday, and if I keep working hard, I can get there.
Very good. Okay, you were asked also to have some short-term and long-term goals. Let's talk about the short-term first. Give me one of them that really is important to you.
Well, one of them sort of ties into the school year and short term, and it was to get cast in the one-act play, and hopefully Lucy. It's going to be Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And then there was one. It was also read a book and play by Shakespeare because we could put them into multiple categories. And then,
Well, let's talk about long-term then.
yeah, one of them was to go to Harvard and major in genetics and get married and start a family. And
Well, you don't have to remember all of them, but what you do have to remember is reaching them. Did this class help you to learn how to set goals and then determine how to reach them?
yes, it taught us how to set SMART goals and how to work hard to get them and reach them and accomplish them.
Very good, because that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and what? Timely?
Timely, yes.
Very good. Congratulations to you, Ms. Zimmerman, and I wish you all the luck.
Thank you.
Ms. Cunningham, one of the things I liked most was the goals for this year. It seemed like every student I talked to wanted to make good grades and do better in their courses.
That's right. And what's great about that is that with the Bridges course, they have these goals set, but then we've given them some action steps to take in order to achieve those goals. And it includes organization, and it includes how to study. It includes how to collaborate with your classmates in order to understand the content that you're trying to learn.
Right. And talk about the short-term goals. A lot of them were very thoughtful because they thought about playing more with their brothers or sisters, something that they might not be doing right now. So it made them think about what they're doing now and what they're not doing now.
And what is important.
Wonderful. Right. And then we go to the long-term goals, and it was very good because you always had them, what they want to be when they grow up, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But then they had other things, I want to get married someday. I want to have children someday. Right. Talk about how much fun you had and are having at teaching this course.
It's a lot of fun to see what they want to do when they grow up, because it not only sets a purpose for them, but it also allows me to get to know them, as well as our other staff members and faculty, to be able to get a better understanding of who they are and what they want to do and how we can help them in that process.
Yeah, even when I was talking to the kids, I can remember what some of them want to be now when they grow up, and that is so interesting. And bottom line, though, it's going to make these young students better students, not only in middle school, but throughout their high school and college.
I hope so. Hopefully keep them focused and on track to achieving those goals.
Again, what did you like most about every time those kids came in here?
Just listening to the conversations that they had between each other about what they wanted to do and about what their friends wanted to do. Just hearing the enthusiasm with what they want to do. It's exciting to hear. It's really exciting, and to help them figure out how to achieve that is even more meaningful for myself.
Well, this is a great program. It's called Bridges. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Once again, the course is called Bridges. It's a mini course here at the Atlas Academy. And there are great things happening in the Waco Independent School District. This is Dale Caffey reporting.